Quite ironic, right? Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Professor Anime, and welcome back to, yet again, another Black Clover episode review. Today we are going to be talking about episode 4 in today's review, so nonetheless, let's get this review started. So, when it comes down to this episode of Black Clover, I'm not gonna lie, it was better than we have seen in the previous episodes, at least. It was a simple episode with less screaming. So within this episode of Black Clover, we have it to where Asta and Yuno are undergoing the Magical Knights entrance exam, which is basically like an exam that takes place where several candidates can come to this specific event in order to try to pass the exam in order to get into the ranks of a squad within the Magic Knights. And for Asta and Yuno, this will be the next step into becoming, you know, what they want to achieve, the Wizard King. And the entrance exam pretty much goes like how you would expect it to go. Yuno pretty much is passing through most of the portions within the exam with flying colors. Everyone else is doing their own thing. Some are doing, you know, pretty good. Some are doing not so great. And then we have Asta, which is pretty much just failing everything at this point. That is until we see the, you know, final part of the episode in which Asta, you know, shows his physical capabilities because they now undergo the combat portion of the exam, and when it comes to that, Asta is like, you know, 100%. He passed with flying colors in that, because I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty sick just to see Asta, you know, take his big sword and cleave that guy in one fell swoop. Well, he didn't really cleave him, so to speak, or else we would see blood everywhere and whatnot. But when it came down to the fight, it was pretty obvious to see who was gonna win, you know? I mean, just on how everything was playing out, you know, we have Seke, the other individual that was kind of like trying to help and motivate Asta in a way through, you know, getting through the other portions of the exam, but obviously that was a facade, so pretty much by the end of the episode, we see him throwing insults at Asta, and then Asta, that's when he goes in and lays the ground floor on him, breaking his shield barrier and basically ending the quote-unquote fight in one fell swoop. But when it came down to the fight, it was quite obvious who would have won that. Asta did it in one fell swoop. Seke got what he deserved. And also in this episode, we got introduced to some new characters as well. Now, I'm not even going to bother to name all the characters that were introduced within this episode, but 3 that stood out to me were definitely Seke, which was the individual that Asta went up against during the fight within this episode, and then we also have the big, brawny dude, as well as the girl who seems to be of high nobility, who apparently has a brother of high nobility as well, who is a captain of sorts, but basically he's a pretty shit brother because apparently he says that her existence is not necessary whatsoever, or something along those lines. But I have heard that when it comes to the girl of high nobility, quote unquote, and then also the brawny dude, apparently in terms of what manga readers, you know, I am assuming they have stated that those are some of their favorite characters, at least. That's what I have heard, at least. So yeah, when it comes down to this episode, it was better than what we have seen of Black Clover, at least in my personal opinion, as an anime only. Probably not really a lot of manga readers are going to have problems with the anime just on how, you know, they enjoy the manga so much, but in terms of an anime only experience, when it comes to my viewing experience of Black Clover, it hasn't really been the best so far. But episode 4, it was entertaining. It wasn't anything spectacular. We have seen this stuff before, and I know exactly most likely on how this is all going to play out, especially for Asta, on the other hand, if you are used to shonen out there. But, I mean, it was still, nonetheless, an entertaining episode, and it was not as loud, which is a plus. So, with that said, let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about this episode of Black Clover. What did you think about my review? What did you like about the episode? What did you dislike about the episode? Are you still hating Black Clover? Because I know there's quite a few of you out there who are still not really liking where this series is going. And me personally, I mean, I agree to a certain extent. I am still willing to give this series a try, give it a few more episodes, just see on how the story develops out. It isn't anything new from what we have seen. It is a very generic series, but hopefully, as I stated before in my other reviews of Black Clover, hopefully it will, you know, weave into its own little story and start to trail off from the things that it was inspired by. So, with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Hit that red subscribe button down below if you want to stay updated to more content here on the channel for anime and manga related content. And with that said, everyone, I'm Professor Anime. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.